If you're thinking about getting a divorce, you might want to have a little preparation to ease some of your anxiety. And one of the things you should do is probably have a consultation with an attorney who can give you an idea of what to expect. Some of the things, though, that they may tell you to do and you should start doing if you're thinking about a divorce would be one, maybe establishing your own checking account or savings account if you don't have it so you can start putting some money into that account. The other thing is think about what you're going to need to do if you do get divorced. So, if you're going to get divorced, you may need to find a new place to live. So, you may want to start looking at whether you can get a mortgage, or you might start wanting to look at rental properties that you might be able to move to, and how much those things cost. So, you're going to do some research on that. Another thing that you may want to do is figure out how much support you can expect in a divorce. So, when you get divorced, a court is going to decide, or you're going to come to an agreement on how to distribute the debts and assets that you both accumulated during the course of your marriage, as well as whether one party is going to get alimony. So, whether you're paying alimony or you're going to receive alimony, you want to know about how much you're going to get because that's going to drive whether you can afford to keep the home that you're in. It'll also help you decide how much rent you can afford or how much of a mortgage you might be able to afford if you move out. So you definitely want to get copies of tax returns and income information for you and your spouse. And it's a lot easier to do that when you're still living in the house together. But the other things you're going to need when you get divorced would be your information on your assets and debts. So while you're thinking about a divorce, that's something else that you're going to want to do to prepare. You're going to want to start gathering that documentation together. If you have a financial planner, that person might already have the information and you can go to them. But if you don't have a financial planner, you're going to want to start gathering all of the documentation so that you can get an idea of what would happen if you got divorced. Some people may decide not to get divorced, that it's not in their financial best interest. But you want to know where you're moving to if you do get divorced. Some people, if they don't have any money in their own name, or if it's in joint names, might want to move some of that money into your own name so that once a divorce is filed, if money is in joint accounts, those accounts can get frozen so that you can't touch that money, or one party at any point can take all the money out. So if you're concerned that might happen, you may want to decide that you want to open an account and move half of the money to it. You don't usually want to take all the money, or you're going to set yourself up for a very litigious divorce. And I recommend you don't even take half, take what you need to survive until you go through the process. Um, and any money that is taken will be used as a credit against you in divorce. So if you take it, it's not like free money for you. It is going to be considered a distribution for you. What you might not want to do is talk to your friends about what they got in their divorce or how much support they got, because every case is different. If you have more assets, you're going to get more. If your spouse makes more money, you're going to get more. If you're the paying spouse and you make more, you might be paying more than somebody that makes less money than you. So every case is very unique, and you should probably consult an attorney once you have that information so that they can give you an idea of what you realistically could expect. And that will help you plan, but it'll also help you ease any anxiety you might have about going through that process.